Hello, this is Kelly Allen. I'm going to speak with you today about financial powers of attorney. And a financial power of attorney is also referred to as a durable power of attorney. And what this document does is allows you to appoint someone as your agent who will be able to assist you with all sorts of business and finance decisions and actions. And this can range from banking to dealing with real estate, legal issues, um, any type of legal business transaction. And this is, got that. So this type of power of attorney is really necessary for any adult, not just the elderly. And it's not just for if you become completely incompetent or incapacitated. Because let's take the situation of just you are sick or it's not convenient for you to be able to leave your house and go to the bank or go to your attorney's office, or maybe you've had surgery and you're in the hospital for several weeks and can't handle the things that you would normally handle. You're still mentally completely fine, but it's just not convenient for you to handle things. If you have an agent under a power of attorney, he or she can, at your direction, handle these banking and real estate and insurance and legal matters on your behalf. As long as you are competent, that agent cannot act against you. You're not giving up any power or control. So you're not having to worry about that. But the bigger issue is, let's say something happens that you do become incompetent, incapacitated. You can't handle your financial matters yourself. That's when it's really crucial to have a power of attorney in place. Because without a power of attorney, there's no one, not even your spouse, who is automatically authorized to handle things on your behalf. And you know this if you've ever tried to even call and speak to a creditor about a bill that is in just your spouse's name. They won't talk to you. They'll tell you to put the other person on the phone to give authorization to speak with you during that phone call, or they'll ask you to send them a copy of your power of attorney. So if you become incompetent and there's no power of attorney in place, then someone's going to have to file for guardianship. And that is a court action. And then you have the clerk of court or a judge who is going to be making the decision about who is going to serve as your agent. So executing a financial power of attorney allows you to remain in control and decide if you ever need that assistance, who is the person that you want to be there and handle things for you. Now, all powers of attorney are not the same. So we deal with this a lot in our elder law practice when we're handling long-term care Medicaid cases and are trying to protect assets. In North Carolina, your agent only has the authority that is delegated to them in the actual document. And in North Carolina, if you want your agent to have the authority to do something, you have to be very specific about what it is that they are allowed to do. So it's not acceptable in a lot of situations just to have a 2-page short form that just has some general categories like banking and real estate and insurance just initialed. That's really not going to allow your agent to do very much. It especially comes up if you're trying to deal with someone's life insurance policy, annuity, a 401k, an IRA, unless your power of attorney specifically gives your agent the authority to take specific actions with regard to those accounts, they're not going to be able to. Another real issue is gifting. And again, when we're working with Medicaid cases and trying to protect assets, usually we're having to try to move things out of one person's name and into another. and through a gifting process. Well, if your power of attorney does not explicitly state that your agent is allowed to make gifts to any person, including the agent himself or herself, and in any amount and for whatever purpose, then the agent's hands are going to be tied. And so, even if we're saying this is what needs to happen to get you qualified for long term care Medicaid and to protect assets, if your agent doesn't have the authority, then we're still looking at having to try to have someone in your family obtain guardianship so that they have the necessary authority. So it's very important first to have a durable power of attorney, but then you've got to make sure that you have a really broad, good quality power of attorney that's really going to give your agent the authority to do everything that they need to do on your behalf.